Did you know that 1 in 5 Americans have a mental condition? That's over 40 million Americans. That's more than the New York and Florida population combined. Hello, class. My name is Berta Espinosa, and I would like to inform y'all on three of the major mental conditions that occur in the United States. The three mental conditions that not mostly, but a good amount of Americans have are bipolar, psychosis, and schizophrenia. Today, I'm going to inform you a little more on those three conditions by explaining the disorder, the symptoms, and what treatment they use to help treat clients with those kind of disorders, of course. Um, Starting with the first disorder, bipolar. Bipolar disorder is a disorder associated with episodes of mood swings ranging from depression lows and manic highs. Bipolar, some of the symptoms that bipolars have are mood swings, sadness, elevated mood, anger, just in general, anything that changes from one day being happy to one day being sad to one day being angry to just so many different. You can be happy right now, but then a second later you're not happy anymore, or you are mad, or just the little things can trigger you to change your mentality. That is someone who has a bipolar condition. Bipolar disease can be treated. There is treatment. There is medications that do help people with bipolar disorder, which are carbamazepine, fluoxetine, and lamotrigine. Those are just three of the medications that they use. So that is just in general for the bipolar disorder. Another disorder I would like to speak to y'all about is psychosis. Psychosis is a mental disorder characterized by disconnection from reality. Basically, when it comes to psychosis, that means when that's the one that people say you're crazy. It's not necessarily that you're crazy, but it's just since you are out of this world, you sometimes think that you took over the world, you won World War III, you are able to just about imagine anything that can happen. When there is psychosis, there is hallucinations, like seeing things that are not there, as far as like little gnomes, or seeing shadows, or just hearing some voices, people like voices telling you to like hurt yourself, harm others, and there's necessarily nothing there, but it's just things that are put in your head. And there is medication that treats that as well. And some of those medications for psychosis are chlorpromazine, haloperidol, cyprasidone, and olanzapine. Those are some of the medications that they treat the most for psychosis. I currently do work at Tropical Texas Behavioral Health, and I do work with a psychiatrist. So this is something that I relate with all the time. Clients have psychosis all the time, and if 1 in 4 Americans have a mental condition, imagine how many people just here in the valley are affected by that. Another major disorder that does occur in the United States, and people are not aware of what exactly it is. It's schizophrenia. Schizophrenia is a disorder that affects a person's ability to think, feel, and behave clearly. Schizophrenia, some of the symptoms and behavior are just social isolation, disorganized behavior, aggression, compulsive behavior, self-harm. So people with schizophrenia, what they do is what happens is that they can go weeks without showering, days without showering. They can't do things themselves. Like if you don't remind them, like, hey, brush your teeth, they won't do it. If you don't tell them, hey, go take a shower, they won't do it. They forget to pick up after themselves. And sometimes just the simplest things as having like 5 pencils in front of them If they are out of place, some of them have to put them in order, kind of like an OCD kind of thing. There's things like that. Of course, they do get very aggressive. If things aren't done their way, they get very aggressive. They want things done certain ways. It's very hard for a person who, for a family member in regards to schizophrenia. It is hard in the aspect that people are not so much informed about it. So people that, when they're out and about, if the person acts a certain way, people look at them weird, like, what are you doing? What's going on? Why is he acting like this? But it's just something that, it's a mental condition, and people, like, since they're not informed about it, they're not so much as compassionate to it. Schizophrenia as well can be treated. Some of the medications, just like the psychosis medication, are haloperidol, risperidone, quetiapine. Those are three of the major ones that we do prescribe to our clients in regards to helping their treatment. So just that was some quick information in regards to three of the major diseases. Not diseases, but mental conditions that we do have in the United States. And unfortunately, most of these, a lot of Americans still lack access to care. As studies show, 56% of American adults with mental illness do not receive treatment. Even in Maine, the state with the best access, 41.4% of adults with mental illness do not receive treatment. So, excuse me. So basically what happens is that a lot of people don't have access, or don't have the funds, or don't have basically just about the help that they need to get treated. A lot of companies like South Texas Behavioral Health, like here in the Valley, South Texas Behavioral Health, Tropical Texas, and just about any other psychiatric hospital nearby are able to help even clients without money. Homeless people, we do have a lot of homeless, and we do help our programs, like help them get treated even if they don't have the money. Something that a lot of pharmaceutical companies do to help out people with these kind of conditions is give samples of medication which help them treat them. So just another thing is, one thing that I would like to mention is don't judge a book by its cover. You don't know how many Americans actually have a mental condition, so don't call somebody crazy who you don't know what kind of condition they have. So that's about it. Those are three of the major conditions, and hopefully this was able to give you a little more knowledge on why people are different, and just be thankful for life that you don't either you don't have this, or if you do have a family member or you do have one of these conditions, anything can be treated. All you need to do is reach out for the help.